The Hidden Cost of Comfort, Part 1, The Comfort Trap. There is a silent force that controls the lives of millions of people. It does not look dangerous. It does not announce its arrival. In fact, most people welcome it into their lives without resistance. That force is comfort. At first, comfort feels like a reward. After a long day of work, comfort feels deserved. After facing difficulties, comfort feels necessary. After experiencing failure, comfort feels safe. And there is nothing wrong with comfort itself. The problem begins when comfort stops being a place to rest and becomes a place to live. Many people spend their entire lives chasing comfort. A comfortable job, a comfortable routine, a comfortable relationship, a comfortable future. Everything becomes centered around avoiding discomfort. Without realizing it, they begin making decisions based on what feels easy rather than what helps them grow. This is where the trap begins. Imagine a farmer walking through a village path every day. On one side of the path is a large tree that provides shade. On the other side are open fields where crops must be planted. Every day, the farmer can choose to sit under the tree or work in the field. Sitting under the tree feels pleasant. Working in the field feels difficult. One choice offers immediate comfort. The other offers future rewards. Now imagine the farmer chooses the tree every day. The first day seems harmless. The second day feels normal. After a month, it becomes a habit. After a year, the field remains empty. The farmer wonders why there is no harvest. But the answer was hidden inside small daily choices. Life works in a similar way. Most people are not destroyed by one terrible decision. They are slowly weakened by thousands of comfortable decisions. The decision to postpone, the decision to avoid, the decision to wait, the decision to stay where it feels safe. Each choice seems insignificant. But over time, these choices shape an entire future. Many people believe their biggest problem is a lack of motivation. But motivation is not the real issue. The real issue is that comfort has become more valuable than growth. Think about how often people say things like, "I'll start tomorrow. I'll begin when I feel ready. I'll take action when the time is right." These words sound reasonable, but hidden behind them is often a desire to avoid discomfort. The truth is that growth rarely feels comfortable. Learning a new skill feels uncomfortable. Building discipline feels uncomfortable. Waking up early feels uncomfortable. Facing rejection feels uncomfortable. Taking responsibility feels uncomfortable. Yet every meaningful achievement requires some form of discomfort. A seed must break before it can become a tree. A muscle must face resistance before it grows stronger. A person must face challenges before becoming wiser. This is one of life's most important lessons. Growth and comfort rarely exist in the same place. You can choose comfort, or you can choose growth. But you cannot fully choose both at the same time. A wise monk once said that suffering often comes from seeking comfort in places where growth is required. Most people hear this and immediately think of extreme situations. But the reality is found in everyday life. The extra hour spent scrolling through a phone. The important conversation that never happens. The dream that remains only a dream. The opportunity ignored because it felt risky. These moments seem small, yet they accumulate, day after day, month after month, year after year, until one day a person looks back and wonders where the time went. One of the greatest illusions in life is believing there will always be more time. More time to begin, more time to learn, more time to improve, more time to become the person you want to be. But time moves forward whether we move forward or not. The days continue, the seasons change, the years pass, and every day spent choosing comfort over growth quietly shapes the future. Many people think success belongs to people with extraordinary talent. But if you study successful individuals, you often discover something different. They were willing to tolerate discomfort longer than others. They studied when others relaxed. They practiced when others procrastinated. They persisted when others quit. The difference was not always intelligence. The difference was their relationship with discomfort. They understood something most people never learn. Discomfort is not always a warning sign. Sometimes discomfort is evidence that growth is happening. Imagine standing at the edge of a mountain trail. The path ahead is steep. The climb looks difficult. The comfortable option is to remain where you are. The challenging option is to begin climbing. At the beginning, staying still feels better. But after years pass, the person who climbed sees a different view. A different life. A different version of themselves. The person who stayed behind remains exactly where they started. This is the hidden cost of comfort. The price is rarely paid immediately. The bill arrives years later. In the form of regret. In the form of missed opportunities. In the form of unrealized potential. And perhaps the saddest realization of all is discovering that the life you wanted was never impossible. It simply required a level of discomfort you were unwilling to accept. But there is good news. The moment you recognize the trap, you can begin escaping it. You can make a different choice. You can choose growth. You can choose discipline. You can choose action. And every great transformation begins with a single decision. A decision to stop asking what is comfortable, and start asking what will help you become who you are meant to be. Because the future does not belong to those who seek comfort. The future belongs to those who are willing to grow. Cost of comfort, Part 2, Why your brain chooses easy rewards. If comfort is holding people back, then an important question remains. Why do we keep choosing it? Why do intelligent people procrastinate? Why do ambitious people abandon their goals? Why do people repeatedly choose short-term pleasure even when they know it is harming their future? The answer lies deep inside the human brain. Long before modern cities existed, human beings lived in a world filled with uncertainty. Food was not guaranteed. Safety was not guaranteed. Survival itself was never guaranteed. Because of this, the brain evolved with one primary mission. Not success. Not happiness. Not fulfillment. Survival. Your brain does not wake up each morning asking, how can I help this person achieve their greatest potential? Instead, it asks, how can I keep this person safe today? This simple truth explains many of the struggles people face. When you decide to pursue a difficult goal, your brain often sees risk. When you try something new, your brain sees uncertainty. When you leave your comfort zone, your brain interprets it as a potential threat. That is why growth often feels uncomfortable. Not because it is wrong, but because it is unfamiliar. And the brain naturally prefers what is familiar. Imagine two paths in front of you. One path is smooth, easy, and predictable. The other is difficult, uncertain, and challenging. Most people assume they carefully evaluate both options before making a decision. But much of human behavior happens automatically. The brain is constantly searching for ways to conserve energy. It loves routines. It loves habits. It loves shortcuts. That is why bad habits can become so powerful. The more often you repeat an action, the less energy the brain must spend performing it. Eventually, the behavior becomes automatic. You no longer choose it consciously. You simply do it. Think about how many times people unlock their phones every day. Often there is no reason, no purpose, no important message waiting, yet the hand reaches for the device automatically. Why? Because repetition created a habit. And habits require very little effort. The brain loves efficiency. Unfortunately, efficiency is not always helpful. If a habit supports your goals, it becomes a powerful tool. If a habit works against your goals, it becomes an invisible prison. Many people live inside prisons they cannot see. The prison of distraction, the prison of procrastination, the prison of self-doubt, the prison of comfort. What makes these prisons dangerous is that they rarely feel dangerous. They feel normal, and normal behavior is rarely questioned. A person may spend years telling themselves they will start exercising next month. They may spend years saying they will learn a skill someday. They may spend years waiting for the perfect opportunity. Meanwhile, life continues moving forward. The brain remains satisfied because immediate discomfort has been avoided. But avoiding discomfort today often creates greater discomfort tomorrow. This is where another powerful force enters the story. Instant gratification. Instant gratification is the desire to receive a reward immediately rather than later. The human brain loves immediate rewards. It loves quick pleasure. It loves easy satisfaction. This was useful thousands of years ago. When food was available, eating immediately increased survival. When shelter was available, taking advantage of it increased survival. The brain learned to value immediate rewards. The problem is that modern life presents endless rewards. Social media, entertainment, notifications, videos, games, constant stimulation. Never before in human history have so many rewards been available with so little effort. A person can spend hours consuming entertainment without moving from a chair. The brain receives small rewards again and again. Each reward feels harmless, but over time, something important happens. Difficult tasks begin to feel less attractive. Why spend months learning a valuable skill when quick entertainment is available right now? Why read a challenging book when endless distractions are one click away? Why work toward a distant goal when immediate pleasure is always available? The brain begins choosing the easier option. Not because the easier option is better, but because it provides a faster reward. This is one reason why discipline feels difficult. Discipline asks you to sacrifice immediate pleasure for future benefit. The reward is delayed, the effort is required now, and the brain naturally resists this arrangement. Yet every meaningful achievement depends upon it. A student studies for years before receiving a degree. An athlete trains for years before winning a competition. A business owner works for years before seeing significant results. Success often requires patience, but modern distractions train people to expect immediate rewards. This creates a dangerous conflict. People want long-term results, but they become addicted to short-term satisfaction. A wise monk once compared this struggle to planting bamboo. After planting bamboo seeds, nothing appears to happen. Days pass, weeks pass, months pass. The ground remains unchanged. Many people would assume the effort was wasted. Many would stop watering the soil. Many would give up. Yet beneath the surface, roots are developing. The growth is invisible. Then one day, the bamboo begins rising rapidly. What looked like inactivity was actually preparation. Life often works the same way. Many valuable things grow slowly. Knowledge grows slowly. Character grows slowly. Discipline grows slowly. Confidence grows slowly. But because the results are delayed, many people quit too soon. They mistake slow progress for failure. They become discouraged. They return to comfort. And once again, the cycle continues. This is why understanding your brain is so important. The goal is not to fight your brain. The goal is to understand it. When you understand why comfort feels attractive, you gain power over it. When you understand why distractions pull your attention, you become less controlled by them. When you understand why discipline feels difficult, you stop interpreting difficulty as failure. You begin seeing it as part of the process. Because the truth is simple. Your brain will often choose what is easy. Your future depends on whether you choose what is meaningful. And the people who create extraordinary lives are not those who never feel temptation. They are the people who learn how to act despite it. The battle between comfort and growth is not fought once. It is fought every day. In every decision. In every habit. In every moment when comfort whispers, tomorrow. And growth quietly replies, today. Part 3, The Story of Two Lives. Imagine two young men standing at the beginning of adulthood. Both are intelligent. Both have dreams. Both want success. Both want a meaningful life. At first glance, they appear almost identical. But a small difference exists between them. The first man chooses comfort whenever possible. The second man chooses growth whenever possible. The difference seems insignificant. No one notices it in the beginning. During the first year, their lives look almost the same. They wake up. They work. They spend time with friends. They enjoy entertainment. Everything appears normal. But hidden beneath the surface, their daily choices begin shaping their future. The first man constantly tells himself he will improve later. He will start exercising next month. He will learn new skills next year. He will pursue his dreams when life becomes easier. His intentions are good. His plans sound reasonable. But action never arrives. The second man is not perfect. He feels lazy sometimes. He gets distracted. He experiences fear and doubt. But he acts anyway. He understands that waiting for motivation is dangerous. So he focuses on action. Even when he does not feel ready. Months pass. The first man spends most of his free time consuming, watching, scrolling, avoiding difficult tasks. The second man spends a portion of his free time building, learning, practicing, improving. The difference still appears small. 1 hour here, 2 hours there, nothing dramatic. Yet life often changes because of small decisions repeated consistently. Years begin passing. The first man starts noticing something uncomfortable. Other people seem to be moving forward. Friends are developing valuable skills. Some are advancing in their careers. Some are building businesses. Some are creating opportunities. Meanwhile, he feels stuck. At first, he blames circumstances. He blames bad luck. He blames timing. He blames external conditions. But deep inside, another truth exists. The truth is that comfort has quietly stolen years from his life. Not all at once. One day at a time. One excuse at a time. One delay at a time. The second man also faces challenges. He experiences failures. Projects collapse. Plans go wrong. Mistakes happen. But every challenge teaches him something. Every setback develops resilience. Every uncomfortable experience makes him stronger. Because growth has become his teacher. Many people misunderstand successful individuals. They imagine success belongs to people who never struggle. The reality is often the opposite. Successful people struggle constantly. The difference is that they view struggle differently. Where others see a reason to quit, they see a chance to learn. Where others see discomfort, they see development. Where others see obstacles, they see opportunities. One evening, the first man sits alone and reflects on his life. He remembers dreams he once had, goals he once believed in, ideas that excited him. Most of them were never pursued, not because they were impossible, but because they required discomfort, and discomfort was always postponed. This realization is painful, because regret carries a unique kind of weight. Failure hurts, but regret often hurts more. Failure teaches lessons. Regret leaves questions. Questions such as, what if I had started earlier? What if I had taken the risk? What if I had believed in myself? These questions can follow a person for years. The tragedy is that many people do not recognize the danger until much later. They assume there will always be another opportunity, another year, another chance, another beginning, but time moves silently, and every day becomes part of a larger story. The story of who we are becoming. Whether we notice it or not,